Welcome back to the Quiet Call Podcast. On today's episode, special guest from the 6th, Toronto, Canada's in the building. The best YouTube page on YouTube or on the internet. And if you're not subscribed to him, then you're missing out on a ton of information, a ton of news, and a ton of breakdowns on everything. So listen, huge guest today, family, cousin, just bigger than anything right now. Simon 466 Cards is in the building. Also, that's his YouTube channel too. So follow him on YouTube at Simon 466 Cards on there. So listen, give him a round of applause. Simon, what up?
Thanks, guys. What up? It's great to be here again. Second time. Appreciate the invite. Yes. Great to see you guys.
So we got you on the show today. Like I said on the intro, the YouTube page is blowing up. I mean, it's just like if people's not listening and watching this YouTube, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's wrong with
Definitely
people.
Missing out, honestly.
Missing.
I really love how you analyze the scenario and you give a really interesting take. And a lot of these guys, it's just the same stuff, rinse, recycle, repeat. And that's, I had somebody ask me and they were like, oh, who do you listen to? And it's like, man, it's hard to watch a lot of people because it's the same thing, right? Versus every time I turn on Simon stuff, literally you're like, this is a great take. We got to get him to show his face a little bit.
I appreciate that.
But we're going to twist his arm enough.
I remember you said that last time we did the podcast.
So give a backstory on you and the channel and how you get started.
Yeah, I started in 2022, and I got back into cards during the pandemic, like most of us. And I loved cards as a kid. Kind of forgot about it as I moved on in life, and then 2020 is when I got back in, and then I found myself watching content because, again, pandemic, I was stuck at home, didn't have much else to do, and I remember thinking, I don't agree with many of these takes. They're not very creative or innovative. So I started my Instagram page and then put out some feelers with some people. I'm like, should I start my own channel? And then people who already had YouTube channels like, yeah, you should absolutely do it. And that's how it started. I think I started October of 2022. So we're almost at 3 years. Appreciate that, Jerry. For those on the YouTube channel, appreciate that. And that's how the channel started, and then just started growing a following, and people seem to like it. So we're continuing to grow.
So here's the funny thing, right? We went to a car show this weekend, and after the car show, we looked at it. There's a local show here in Huntsville where we're at, right? Roll Tide, Bam all day. But we go and we're like, man, I said the thing was like, I think people now at these car shows are going off what the people at YouTube been doing. They're following
no originality.
That
No, hey, this is my style. This is what I enjoy. None of that. It is literally, oh, hey, I saw enter XYZ YouTuber's name in there. Well, they were flipping this and they were flipping that. And it's like, honestly, man, it's, I like being known as, hey, I'm the guy who does Pokemon, non-sports, and sports, but I really like the damage Pokemon. Amani's, huge into F1, probably Max Verstappen's biggest fan, obviously, because he's the best driver.
You still drinking that liquor?
But I almost drank the liquor enough to pick up an autograph for super cheap the other night. Y'all should have seen the Sunday show.
It was almost it. Y'all seen Sunday show.
I got outbid, but I should have probably done more. But
so the thing, like I said, we've been looking at these shows. Like I said, we went to a show this weekend, and we starting to see a trend now. Now it's been kind of bubbling before on the whole, should Pokemon cards be sold at sport car shows? Now, I'm a thing. Listen, now we go to Collecticon, which is all Pokemon, and basically I'm the only one selling maybe some other tables selling sports, but
less than 5 tables selling sports, 100%.
Really probably less than like 3, maybe less than that. Maybe less than that, because we was half doing it. And I think it was just like one more guy that was
and
there
he
in
came to the
Orlando.
table and bought a ton of stuff. It was really great.
And it helped out for us. But I think the thing that we had definitely seen is that all these tables now are so downtown and Kaboom dependent that it's like, okay, first of all, you got to know where you're at. Number one, this is not Dallas. This is not Chippewa. This is not the National. This ain't the West Coast Car Show. This ain't none of that. Nobody except Repacker from Atlanta.
I hate to use the phrase, but it's almost being tone deaf, right? Like I talk a lot about, hey, I like the $500 to $500 range. I mean, obviously, mom's not going to drop $500 for real, but you'll get the moms who will. Like, let's get real, like for real. But yeah, when you come into the room and it's like, oh, hey, it's $17,000, and it's like, brother, it was like $150 for 2 days to set up at this show. Like,
come on now.
I mean,
come on now. So the whole thing. Go ahead.
I have a local show here in Toronto, and it's at an ice hockey rink. It's $2 to enter the show. It's like 40-50 to tables. It's all dollar boxes and like kind of lower end stuff like base cards and base PSA 9s and PSA 10s. And then there was this one guy who's got like absolute monsters going for like, oh yeah, this card's like $18K. This card's like $25, and it's like it was $2 to enter the show. What are you even doing here? Like nobody's coming in with $17K in cash to a show that costs $2 to enter. Like,
there's no VIP pass to get in.
No.
Well, not only that, I mean, what's the likelihoods of even somebody going, oh, I just happened to bring a couple 86 Fleer Jordans I was thinking about trading. Like, brother, what?
What are we doing? They don't. It's no read. You can't read the room on that. You gotta just say. You just gotta know, like, what I'm saying, where you at. Like I said, we was at the National this year, and every 80% of the tables that's there, yes, it's going to have Kabooms and all this other stuff. This and this. It's going to have high end cars and all this other stuff.
Yeah, that's the place for your crazy stuff, not the $2 card show. I think our show costs $7 to get in, so maybe a little more fancy, but like, you know what I mean? Like, still not in the it's just $25,000. I mean, I got 6 of them, and it's like, yeah, buddy, you're complaining about the show, and it has nothing to do with that. You have to read the scenario for sure. Have some heavy hitters, like we want to have, definitely have the Wayne Gretzky out there. Definitely have the Michael Jordan, the Kobe. You've got to have a couple big names. But, bro, we got to have a $20 section, a $5. Maybe if you're against dollar boxes, I get it. But, like, at least a 5 and up.
And the whole thing, like I said, the whole problem, the problem I have with downtowns is that I'm not buying a card at 95%. Like,
and that's what's expected of you. That's what's because they saw it on YouTube.
Yeah,
well, I'm going to get a repacker, and they're going to sell. They're going to buy it for 110%. It can happen. Probably not at the $7 show. Probably not at the $2 show. Yeah, National for sure. Yeah,
and those repackers there, they wasn't buying downtowns.
And I'll be honest with you, not to be a hater, but even just kind of eavesdropping on deals, they are not paying 100% by any stretch.
Not these.
By any stretch of the mean. Like, they're like, hey, bro, this is a $500 card, and I'll give you $315 right now. I mean, it's a decent offer, but I'm not going to, like, brag about that offer. It's not somebody paying full comps even.
No. But and it's also this is not the show that somebody's going to let it. The repackers are not coming to this show. They're going to come to the Nashville show.
No.
They come maybe it's bigger shows in Atlanta, maybe some down, West Coast Car Show, this and this. But listen, they're not coming to this Huntsville show expected to buy 120% of the card.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, you might on a couple things like, hey, okay, you've got a Tom Brady. Hey, you've got a Patrick Mahomes. You've got something insane crazy, right? Outside of that, bro, your veteran Kaboom from last year, nobody wants.
The veteran
Not
Kaboom
for
is
real.
funny.
Hey,
Nobody wants a Dick Buckus Kaboom.
you'd be surprised.
I know. They just wanted
They
just
love
to
the
want
dick.
it. And then on
They
top
just
of
wanna
that,
just-
I can't trade into it.
No, yeah, nobody wants to trade into that stuff at all, ever.
No, nobody was trading into it. But here's something that we can definitely probably trade into it if all three of us come together. There was a 1-of-1 card that sold on Saturday. The Michael Jordan Kobe Bryant Exquisite 0708. Yep. Signed 1-of-1 just signed. 12.9 million, and a Shark Tank guy got it. It's not Mark Cuban. So shout out to Kevin O'Leary for being a sponsor in the hobby, sound like. Oh, and Shine too. So shout out to Shine too, and whoever the other guy is. But I mean, what are we thinking about this? Are we thinking, is the hobby alive?
Simon, start us out. No pressure. Everybody's watching though.
Yeah, I don't think this matters to us, to like the regular collector. This
Doesn't
is
move the needle.
like this is a $12 million card. I'm like, well, I don't want to do it for YouTube, but I don't expect to have a $100,000 card anytime in my lifetime, let alone a $12 million card. So like, what do we like? This has no relevance to the other 99.999% of the hobby. It doesn't matter.
Quick interjection. Are you saying my dollar Michael Jordan card in my dollar box is now not worth $2? I mean, automatically, look, that sold for $12 million, so this should be $2, right?
That is hilarious.
But no, he's completely right. You know,
It doesn't affect us.
It's cool. It gets attention. It's a press release. You know, hey, MSNBC, Fox, you know, CNN, they all get
Wall
to
Street
play,
Journal.
oh, hey, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do diddly for the card show next weekend.
Well, do you think, here's another thing. Will you think that because this is making so much news right now, you think he'll just bring people into this space?
I mean, I would hope. I would full tinfoil hat. I would assume, you know,
Yes.
Michael Rubin would, you know, elbow Kevin O'Leary and go, hey, man, you know, if you wanted to call in and tell them, say, oh, no, this mystery buyer, guess what? I know exactly who it is. It's me and two other dudes. It'll be all over the news.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
let me see. What do you
Kevin,
know
I know you're a watch guy. I'll send you a nice watch.
Oh, they bought it on Heritage Auction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Heritage Auction for doing
Dude,
that. So
Heritage moves monsters, and people sleep on it.
I can't wait. Well, just trust me. We do the Sunday auction your own way on Fanatics Select. We probably won't do a Heritage Auction. So we just do stuff that
We're not in the tax bracket for it yet. Yeah,
We ain't tax bracket for it.
give us a couple months. We're scaling up slowly but surely, but you know.
So speaking of because it's at 13 million at this card right here, and I know it's gonna bring eyeballs to the shows and all this other stuff, and maybe the next flip show we go to, maybe more people can say, hey, what I'm saying, it got shown on CBS News, this and this, but how long is this news gonna take for people to criticize the actual buy-in of the card? You know how
10
YouTube
seconds
gets.
or less.
Okay.
10 seconds or less. What do you mean? People are already hating.
I mean, it's just
I mean, I've already seen memes. What do you mean? Like, it happened 15 minutes ago. You know what I mean? Like it's such fresh news. People are already throwing out shade.
Simon, what do you think?
There's always going to be haters for everything.
Thank you.
I don't remember what I was saying, but there was some news where I think it was like a famous athlete donated money for some charity cause. And if you scroll down in the comment section, like, why don't you donate more? And it's like, like no matter what you do in this world, there's always going to be haters. So
there you go.
Like I don't have any thoughts on the $13 million sale. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect the hobby. It makes a nice headline, and it'll get some clicks.
Next week.
But after that, in a week, everybody's gonna forget about it. So
look.
Hold on, quick thought. Who graded that card, by the way, guys? Did y'all see who graded that card?
Hold on. You know what? You know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I noticed on that card? That it didn't just get graded by PSA. I think it was newly graded by PSA.
But did you see the grade on it?
Yeah, it's a 6.
It's a 6.
It's a 6.
It's a 6. That's the part I found interesting.
Well, hold on. So are you saying that if Nat Turner would have got it, it would have graded better?
Would have handed it to him. But I think the dude bought it raw, right? Because it looks newly
I have no
graded.
idea on that.
Yeah.
I have no idea on that.
Either that he cracked it out or something, or put it in there or whatever. But
I did notice who graded it, and I was like, Oh, and it broke a record because who previously was breaking those records, and we might be trying to snuff that.
Wait, hold on. This is 10-4 hat moment right here.
I mean, I didn't take it off.
Right here.
I didn't take it off.
Interesting.
Hat, for those on YouTube, that hat looks like a regular hat, but it's actually made of tinfoil.
Yeah,
100%.
So
the previous biggest sales were in SGC slabs.
Yeah, the 52 Mickey Mantle card. So it's
really hard to snub a brand that is the world record. And then they go, oh, well, where's SGC? Oh, this other brand. They didn't like it. And it's like, but they had the world record. Oh, wait, the last 2 or 3 world records.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
They sure did. I mean, just thinking out loud, it kind of would have to be in a PSA slab because if it came out in a Beckett slab, we couldn't have that.
Crack goes the weasel. That is interesting. I mean, you ain't lying. You ain't lying when you telling the truth. You ain't lying when you telling the truth. But because I said when I look at the cert number on there, I was like, I looked at it going, that's a little fresh. That's a little fresh grading right there.
I've got a video that I haven't shot yet, but I have the idea for, and it's what's one thing I could change for each of the major companies, and for PSA, it's on the cert page when you enter the code in. Tell me the date that this card was graded.
Clip it, chat. That's the answer.
Well, hold on, wait a minute.
Wait. Say it again one more time.
Beckett does it. Beckett
do to make it better.
Yeah.
PSA on the cert page for each card, it should say what day it was graded. And this is not a new concept. Beckett does this. So this is one of the rare times where Beckett is doing something that PSA isn't doing, and it's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
Now, why wouldn't they do it though? I mean, that's the research that
they have the data for sure.
Oh, 100% they have the
100%. Yeah.
They've got the photo.
Yeah, so
you're choosing to store the photo. I mean, in a world of like thinking about server space and all that and like paying for that, I mean, that's a lot of like storage. I mean, let's get real. That's just for you to scan on the back and it instantly pop up. That's not free.
I'm surprised because from PSA's perspective, it actually makes sense to include it because if you have a cert from like 2003
Mhm.
and you have the old label, it would show that and it would encourage the owner of that slab to get it regraded and give more money to PSA, or like refresh the like the slab itself, right, to a 2025 slab, so that you would get more money. So I'm surprised why PSA doesn't do it, to encourage the older slabs to get reslabbed. It only helps them.
The other thing too, I mean, just to slide some more advertisement their way, you could encourage it and go, do you want improved, better protection for your collection?
There you go.
Refresh your collection. PSA. Now displaying cert dates, when it was certified, so you know what version of what slab.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, when they refresh it, here's the deal. When they refresh it, you just keep the same cert number, right? That's what we're looking at?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily think same cert number as much as they kill that cert number, start a next cert number, but if you wanted to 9 grade minimum, it's the same card.
It's the same cert number. I've done this because I had a slab that was slabs with the wrong year on it. It was supposed to say 2007, it said 2008. And so I gave it to PSA at a card show. They changed the slab for free and gave it back to me as 2007. It had the exact same cert number.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I did this at the National 2023. Shout out to JB at PSA. He's like the greatest guy ever, who helped me with the card. Anyways, yeah, like they keep the cert number. They just change they update the data in their database, and they gave me back.
And they're not regrading.
Nope. If it's they said at the booth, if it's PSA that made the mistake, they will change it for free, and they don't regrade the card.
Now, hold on. Here's another question. If it's an older slab, because and everything's correct on it, do you still get it for free, or you just gotta? Or
no,
you gotta pay.
You gotta pay. If it's just like I want to upgrade my slab, it's not any fault of PSA. Then no, you gotta pay. And I don't know
there was a mistake on the label.
Yeah,
right, yeah. Yeah.
So then if they screw it up and they know they screwed it up, they'll do it for free for you.
So part of me wants to get them because so I love to use Veriswap. There was a point in time where when they had some photos, all of their photos, when it uploaded, it just showed just the back. And it was so fucking annoying. It was terrible on Veriswap because literally you were just like, well, now it won't let me. And at that point, before an update, you couldn't just take your own picture. Now you can, just in case that happens. But I just want to be like, hey, could you just retake the photo on this so I can just like scan? Because, man, it is so convenient to scan and have the front and back. That's huge. Yeah. It's huge.
No, I have a question for you for Veriswap. Do you use the app or do you use a computer?
Both. But I
know you can use a computer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got a desktop.
Okay. Oh.
I find the computer easier to use, but I find that the functionality is better on the app.
So the way I use the computer is, so I go for user preferences. So say, for instance, if I'm looking to offload a 1999 Charizard, I can find users that are specifically searching for that item. It is significantly easier on the desktop. Now,
agree.
Just doing a trade and going through their items and stuff like that, it's way easier on the phone. Way easier.
Exactly. I think, you nailed it.
But I love Veriswap. And honestly, I always, and this is not paid by Veriswap. They don't sponsor. Like,
Not yet. Not yet.
But
Raven, make it happen.
Say, when you do a trade with people online, if you ever feel like the spidey sense tingling, you're like, I always say, hey, look, you post yours on Veriswap. I'll post mine on Veriswap. I've already got a code, so you get $15. So your first trade is free. If you're not on the app, you get this trade for free. But we send to a third party. They verify, know who Dookie, and then they send to you. So I love doing that.
I agree, and I think it'll say a lot if they're like, I don't want to use that, because then it's probably a scam.
No, that's true. I
So
mean, I had
me
people
and
on
mine,
eBay hit me up on that.
really.
Yeah, I had because for some reason I don't know why I get this, but when I post cars on eBay, like maybe like I'm not an eBay guy, but some maybe 3 or 4 people has like been like, hey, would you trade this for this? And I go, I'm on Veriswap. You can get on Veriswap. Here's my, you know what I'm saying, in the messages in my thing. We can go on Veriswap and all this other stuff.
Right
And
now. Yeah.
yeah, right now we can do that if you
Well,
want to
first
trade.
off, you're
But
brave for doing that. I as an eBay guy, I would never do that because,
can't
but
do that.
it's against
I don't
terms
know.
and policies. I'm like
I'm
98%
from
sure.
Alabama. I can't read, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't count for me. So
I'm top rated from Alabama. Roll Tide. I don't do
that's
that.
right. But don't do that, people. Don't do that.
God, I saw. Speaking of things you shouldn't do, it was terrible. I saw a guy. He was committing and I guess if you're out of the states, it doesn't matter. But in the states, it's a felony. It's tampering with mail stuff. These people were getting the bubble mailers, and they were rubbing off the postage stuff, and then putting their own labels on it. Because you can get
That's
the bubble
crazy.
mailers from the post office, and it's
Oh
priority.
yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
were rubbing the paint off. I was like, oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
And then videotaping themselves. And I was like, that's why you go to jail.
Mhm.
Criminals are not smart. Like what
The
an idiot.
free the ones you just pick
The
up there and
free
you can.
also it's not free because you're
Well, I
forced
mean,
to pay priority.
I mean,
But
of course,
priority
yeah,
is
but
actually better, boys and girls. You want to use priority. Like I use bubble mailers that are like not the post office ones, and I get priority. But yeah, it was super funny. It's like, oh my God, these people online, idiots.
okay.
Listen,
Oh.
my TikTok feed is wild.
You have seen me videos. So shout out to everybody on TikTok. But like I said, hold on. Let's just there was no sponsors today, but but like I said, just follow us on Twitch. You know what I'm saying, we are IRL streaming. I know next year, like I said, we got some big shows that we're going to IRL stream.
Hey,
So
are you gonna tell us about what you thought about the show this weekend? I mean,
Huh?
since we're thinking about we're talking
Yeah,
about Twitch,
yeah. Hold on, but like I said, we're going to IRL Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just follow the podcast everywhere you listen to us: TikTok, Instagram, this and this. Jerry, got any announcements?
So, always taking in consignment stuff, working that out right now for logistics. If you're a local homie, hit me up. We can always do something. I'm trying to hit a show every weekend, so it's not just big shows; it's little shows. It's everywhere. We've got it.
And I just
Not
want to
trying
jump
to
in.
brag.
I just want to jump in. I've seen Jerry at the National Trade Night. This man can sell anything. This
Talk to
man can
Talk to
sell
him.
anything. This guy, watching this guy in action is incredible. Absolutely incredible. He bought a card and got the guy to throw in the Zion case with the card, which he then relisted on the spot at trade night to sell the Zion case. It was insane. It made me laugh. I had never seen anything like it, and that's why
It sold that same night too.
And
hold on, so Simon, hold on. Here's my story. I know you remember this. He bought the Caitlin Clark auto in the magazine.
Yeah.
And then he goes, the guy is like super Caitlin Clark heavy. He is the biggest fan that's there. You know what I'm saying? He's sentimental to this, right? Jerry's over there like, yeah, it's going to go to a good home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Duh. That's why I'm buying it. Of course. He's already buying it for like half off. He already talked to the guy half off, right? Whatever. Because he's like, trying to throw out like stats and stuff, whatever. And then all of a sudden, says, oh yeah, he gets the car. He gets there's the magazine with the auto on it. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I think I had to go get something to eat. I come back and it is gone. It's out of here. Like maybe 10 minutes.
First off, I am a huge Caitlin Clark fan, and literally the guy who bought it off me, I said I would not sell it for a penny less than this number, and he came up with that exact number. It was.
If you want to sell your cards, consign with Jerry. That's all I got to say.
Yes, that's all.
Yes,
that's all I got to say.
That's the commercial.
Jerry will get it done. Jerry will get it done.
Jerry will get it done. This
is why I love hanging with you guys at the National Trade Night, because it's like the three of you each bring something different. Watching Jerry in action is a show in of itself. It'll keep you entertained. Amani is like friends with everybody. He's he knows everybody, it feels like. And then Yebo is just cool. He's just cool. He's everything's at his own pace. He's in control.
Yebo actually has the coolest stuff of all of us, to be honest. Like, let's get real.
You ain't lying. That was,
and you just get to hang out with the boys for a night, and it makes trade nights so much more fun if you're at a table with people you're friends with, and you can get along with and chat. And because there's a lot of times when you're at trade night, and you're just sitting there, and if you're at a table, I've been at trade nights where I'm at a table with people I don't know, and it's awkward and it's boring, and you're just on your phone. But if you're at a table with like me, three other guys that you like hanging out with, then the time flies. It flies, and that's what makes.
Until they're flickering the light at you.
I know until we last get it
out. Then that's when the deals and the steals come.
Yes.
Yes, that's when the deals and steals come. They're flipping the lights. Come on, bro. Hey, you were at 100. I was at 75. Come on, 80 gets it done.
Simon, you got any announcements or anything?
No, just videos come out every Wednesday and Sunday on my YouTube channel, Simon466 Cards. So give it a follow, give it a shot.
So let's follow him on YouTube, the greatest channel on YouTube. So I would say, like I said, my thoughts on the show was this, right? I went to a couple tables. I was a little bit late, whatever, but went to a couple tables. The vibe I was getting immediately when I stepped in the show was nobody's buying nothing at all. Like nobody's buying. I felt that way. And so I'm going like, all right, well, I'm going to trade. I have some stuff to trade. And I'm going to just trade up. I got a sick sushi Pokemon card.
Monster.
Huge. For a really good price. Right? Really good price.
Hold on. Amani busting my chops for getting some deals and steals. This guy over here was like, hey, you got one leg, one shoe.
No.
I kind of like that one shoe you got.
I can't tell my people. I can't tell my people, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy part was that when I was showing that card off, because it was a really sick card, that people didn't believe the value on it, right? So shout out to Roger City JD. And it was so funny because listen, besides if I don't see Jerry and JD's over there, I always go to JD, right? And I show him the card. He goes, "Oh yeah, this and this." I'm like, hey, look, I want this number on it. He goes, "I'm gonna guess what it is," and before I even look it up to say, "Oh, it's at this price right here," and he looked that thing up, and his facial expression was, "Oh, well, you was right."
Which is crazy because I kind of guessed his same price, and when you showed me the comps, I was like, "What?"
Because listen, I do put large amounts of money on my tags, but I mean, listen, because I believe here's the thing. The reason
Amani is a wiggle down guy. I'm the type of guy, I'm lower than eBay, and it's annoying because I literally go, yeah, I'm cheaper than anybody on eBay, jerk. This is cashed right here.
As a dealer, I said a dealer mindset, right? And I'm going to put everything above comps because people want to comp it out anyway. So I might as well get them to work anyway. It doesn't really matter. It's no point in me. You know what I'm saying? And look, they're going to comp it out anyway. They ain't going to believe the price anyway. So I can just put whatever number on there. It doesn't matter, right? Now with the repackers, I had to tell them, like, oh yeah, don't look at the numbers. Just let me know where you at. But anybody else,
so we're putting 12 million on there, and they're going, damn, are you and Kevin O'Leary hanging out?
I have before. It's not really far fetched, you know what I'm saying? But also, like I said, the feeling of the show was, like I said, nobody was buying the stuff that I had. But You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm just gonna go for trading. I was like, ain't no point. But then the crazy part was no one really wanted to trade. But that's why we have said on this podcast, if you deal with a certain amount of people, you can still get the job done. Because that's what I did. Was shout out to the crew. Is it Evolve now?
Yeah, they've changed to Evolve.
So shout out to Evolve in Nashville. It's a car shop in Nashville.
Hey, best card shop in Nashville. 100%.
Yes. So
100%.
And this is like I said, this is like these are the guys. These are family right here, and we support the shop. Okay, and I traded 2 cards for like an Uptown Derrick Henry, right? And on top of that, huge. And I just threw in an extra card, just be like, here, just put this in the shop. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? Because we support the shop.
Well, listen, it's a thing of, there's so many times somebody will give you, I've had cases where it's like, okay, hey, I let you win this time. You let me win this time, whatever, right? Well, there's a few times where it's like people look out for it and you go, hey, I did really good on that last one. Here's this too. I love you, mean it. I'm coming back. I'll see you next weekend. You go into this next show in this place.
How you build relationships. That's how you build relationships. But speaking of relationships, listen, we're gonna talk about this channel right now. Like I said, this is one of the reasons why I got Simon on here is because, and
hold on. Let me quick interject. Let me take 5 minutes about what I thought about the show, because I know we're on a time limit. Somebody's a dad around here. But so quick thoughts. Amani's 100%. Nobody was buying. Nobody was buying. Everybody has signed up, said I'm buying. Nobody's buying.
And it was a bigger show.
And I always like when people go, hey, I'm interested in stuff and I'm buying, and then they don't buy, and you literally walk into another table and say, hey, this is my price. And they go, damn, you're spot on your price. I'm like, yeah, man, you make $100 on me. Pop.
Not the
name. And it's like a 30-second deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you build that, just jumping off of what Amani said, because it's 100% true and everybody needs to practice it. You want to be at the point where, instead of me and Simon doing a deal and I make all the money one time, you give him some room to eat. He gives you some room to eat. And instead of doing one deal, you do 10,000, because then I know I get some killer hockey stuff. Hey, Simon, are you interested in XYZ? Check your phone. Oh, bop, bop, bop. Monty. Oh, hey, F1, modern football. And which both of these guys know. Oh, hey, damaged Pokemon, whatever. Call Jerry. That is what will move the needle, boys and girls. So many people are focused on, I've got to get every piece of the pie. Leave a little bit for the next guy. Have him or her keep coming to you. Pay. If you tell somebody you're interested in something.
Oh, matter of fact, I don't know if we talked about this last week, but check this out, Simon. We went to Culture Collision, Collecticon in Orlando. Jerry got hit up by a couple people in Orlando. Was like, you buy the damage. You the guy that buys the damaged cards.
100%.
PSA 1, let's go.
And what was beautiful is, so they sent the pictures, and literally I said, okay, this is the price I want to pay. And it was a 5 minute or less. I said, check your PayPal. It has to be goods and services, since, this is the first time we've really done business like this. Let's do business more often. We can work out friends and family, whatever. Bam, immediately. And then I got the package like 2 days later, and then sold the super big one at the show. And then the other huge one I'm about to grade. So it's like, but yeah, it's literally just putting it out there that, hey, no, I do damaged Pokemon. I like the damage stuff. I like the PSA ones. I'm the one and also, boys and girls, when you, instead of being downtown dependent and like, oh, I can only do what the big YouTubers do, I found my niche. Like, I like the PSA 1 stuff, and it's crazy because all these guys who have the $10,000 cards, they're like, it's stupid. But for the layman who goes, oh, I've got $300 and this is fucking sick. Yeah, man. In a PSA 10, like you're going to have to join up with 2 other guys and buy it, right? In a 1, dog, you can buy it and not even tell your wife you bought it. You know, it's
And their percentage is a whole lot better.
And the percentages are significantly better, you know, because I can literally look at people and go, I'm the only person in the room who buys it. And they'll go walk up to other Pokemon vendors and go, no, have you tried to sell it to that guy? And they'll point at me.
Yep. Once you get a reputation as that guy, that's how it starts, you know?
Oh, God. And last thing on the show. So literally, shout out to Mikey. Love Mikey. Mikey's another guy who goes, hey, I've got some damaged stuff. I was at a table, bought some stuff, paid one price. Fist bump Mikey. He's dealing with another customer. Another buddy walks up and looks at what's on the table and goes, damn, which way is that going? I said, oh, I'm picking these up. He goes, man, I've really been looking for that card. And I said, well, shit, you saw what I paid for it, but I kind of want to make a couple bucks. And he goes, I didn't see what you paid for it at all. And so we worked out a deal, and I literally bought it at that table, stood at that table, sold it to another person. I told Mike, I said, hey, I owe you a beer or a hot dog or a taco, whatever you want. You let me know, bro. You got something coming to you. And I made money. Just being the guy who I'll cash you out immediately.
I have a story similar to that, but online. So I was on a Facebook group. This is, I think, 2 years ago now at this point, and someone was selling a card, and I bought it. And then, like 5 hours later, the seller hits me up and says, like, hey, I've got another guy who wants to buy it, but I've already sold it to you. But do you want to work out a deal with the new guy? And then I just shipped him the card. And so I that's exactly what I did. I ended up I paid a certain amount. I sold it for double the price. And then I kicked back the guy, the original seller. I kicked him back like $200. I'm like, hey, this is for you.
100%. No, 100%.
Yeah,
he blessed you. You bless him.
And
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And
So
that's
That's
how
how you
it
build
should go.
relationships.
Yeah. It was something like it was good card. Do you know Orange Dog Trading? Kev? No.
Oh, what?
Orange
No.
Dog Trading. That's the guy on Instagram who actually ended up selling the card too. But yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, in like a day, I made like, I don't know, a large 4 figures.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
great.
beat the S&P 500 in one day, easy. Easy.
Yeah.
So
But
we
you
had a
always
guy-
gotta pay it back to the original guy, right? Like you gotta
Yes.
pay it back.
You always.
100%. Well, we had a similar one in Sheffield with Allen when he was selling the 101 Joe Burrow. He had a guy who goes, hey, I'm offering you a certain number. And he pulled his phone out and said, no, this guy on Discord has already offered me this number right here. And I can click, I can click 2 things and DM him and it's done. And the guy goes, I'll give you $25 more. He goes, done.
Wow. Wow.
It's like that, boys and girls.
I mean, it
gotta
is.
build that relationship. You can't go broke taking a profit. Period.
Yeah.
You can't go broke out here trying to what is it like trying to be like the I forgot. Anyway,
Keeping up with the Joneses is what you're
keep
thinking.
up with the Joneses, yeah.
Yes.
And that was the whole thing about watching these YouTube channels and trying to copy and paste, but you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know the behind the scenes stuff with this stuff, it's not what everything. And then you know what? And it was crazy.
Hold on.
Hold
Here's
on.
the other
Oh
thing,
wait,
real
let me say this real quick. And this is why when we streamed at the National, a lot of people have been hitting us up. Was like, a lot of people's not going to stream live because they don't.
Yeah.
There's no editing.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Correct. And here's the thing: even for these edited deals, what the hell goes? I'm gonna drop 10 grand and then sell it for 10.5. I mean, listen, I'm not turning down $500, right? But when you think about percentages, right? I so much prefer and this is just my risk tolerance. I like searching through the $5 box to find a $20 card. If it sells for $15, cool. If it sells for 20, I feel like a rock star. If it sells for $4, it's not best, but you know what I mean? But it's just like, I just can't imagine. And, obviously everybody's budget's different, but realistically, ugh.
I mean, I think that's the whole thing is that you can't, like, what is the actual point? And then on top of this, the $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 cards, those cards are meant to settle. You can't get this card and sell it next week. These are not these type of cards. You have to,
unless the quarterback gets hurt, has a great game, XYZ. Outside of that,
you can't do it. You can't, and then you destroy a comp, because usually it's like, listen. Shout out to the Sunday show. We see this all the time when a car is like, this week it gets sold for this much, and then be right there on the neck like 2 weeks later, and it sells for less. It's like, you need to let these cars settle. But
sometimes however, we did see the one Wimby. What was it? Out of Mercury got sold the next week. That literally, Simon, it got sold the next week, and it went for another $15,000 more. Or something.
Yeah. That was. We watched people open up these Mercury boxes, and then it was like, what, a week later, 2 weeks later, all of them was on for now.
Every one of them. That
was the show. If I could go back, that was the show right there, because we was like, it's not $8,000. That's not $8,000. But we say that to say this, and it's the reason why we got Simon on here, because you need to get directed to a real YouTube page that's going to tell you the ins and outs of this. It's not going to have no headlines. It's going to say, I made $20,000 at this show, or I did this number at this show, and all this other stuff. So you follow Simon 44 Cards on YouTube, because this is the YouTube channel to go to. Now, speaking of the YouTube channel, I do want to talk about the latest video you have on there with the repacks on there, because we talked about repacks a lot. And we almost came close to doing a repack like ourselves, just to kind of get our feet wet with it. Something kind of experimental that we can make content on. But but are there? I think it was okay. So the title of the YouTube I'm talking about, too many repacks, and was this the moment that the repack market peaked, right? And not to give a lot away on this video, but the basic subject is, are there too many repacks? And there was a certain situation where a guy had new repack coming in, and then a certain advertising that kind of showed a different premise, showed a different way of the repacks also. But like I said, I have the video set. Do we think there's too many repacks going on?
I think so, but that was the whole point of my video. But I'll see. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jerry. I'll go throw it to Jerry. Too many repacks or not?
1,000% there's too many repacks. And my problem with the repacks, if you really want to gamble, go to a casino. It's statistically safer, right? Mm-hmm. It's the other bad thing is it's not really forward progress in the hobby, in the sense of, you do have people who are breaking, who literally go, hey, I'm the Atlanta Falcons super fan, and I just buy the teams in all the breaks for Atlanta. And in a way that does move the hobby forward, because, okay, this is a collector building a collection. In my opinion, the repacks, it does not feel like forward moving progress, because it is just a machine to churn garbage over and over and over again. It is not. Yeah, I could not name more than 5 reputable dealers who I would even think would offer repacks.
I'm the same way.
And PSA is not on that list, by the way, boys and
No.
girls. I mean, it's, you know,
Mm-mm.
there's very little that I think, and I'm probably the wrong person because I'm not against ripping. I always make free kids packs, so I think it's a bad decision. Just buy singles. But I think to forward progress, you know, my situation, portfolio, whatever you want to call it, I think singles are really just the answer. 100%. You know exactly what you're buying. You know the rarity you're getting into, the variation, you know, I don't know. I'm a sure thing kind of guy versus let's rip a box. Now, 100%, 100%. I have ripped packs. I ripped a pack at the trade night the other day. I ripped at Nerd Stop. I ripped a pack, and Poke Collect. I ripped.
Oh, we got one right there. There you go.
Yeah, well, you know, it's just I always try to, if there is a shop to throw a trade night, I always try to show support. Easiest way to show support is buy wax or singles. You know, now if you don't have singles I like, okay, we'll rip a pack, but I'm not going crazy. Yeah, we're spending $20 and because I know I'm burning it. Yeah. But repacks, I feel like if I spend that same $20, you're getting nothing. At least with the pack, it's still very, very much nothing. But like the other day, 2 packs of Pokemon for $10 and got a $35 card.
That can't work making a profit.
Well, no, I'm so in the negative on ripping packs. I don't even do it unless I'm supporting a shop.
I mean, listen, there's times I know for me, for ripping packs, I like to do the celebration rips. I just like to just even, we didn't really do that we didn't do that at the national, but, you know, like I said, we're just in a group or whatever. We did it in New York for Fanatic Fest. We was just chilling with Mojo and them. We was ripping, you know, but I don't want to rip. Like I said, we was ripping Olympic packs. This is what, like, you know, some just like off the wall like packs that's nobody ripping. Everybody can rip Prism and all this other stuff. I want to rip something crazy. They had like the guy at the national had like Transformer packs. Like I was like, oh, I should just rip this because number one, it's cheap and it's a fun rip.
Shout out, we should have ripped all the Minecraft though.
I love the Minecraft stuff. We was at Orlando and we was ripping Minecraft and Talladega. We should have got it at Talladega too. Because it was cheap for hobby boxes. And then we get so many cards. And I mean you could get some pretty good looking color blasts in there. Which I thought it was like the coolest thing. But my whole thing about repacks is basically what Jerry was saying is like, look, now I wanted to really understand the repacks because even breaking, I still don't understand. You know, I still want to learn that just because I'm just in the hobby and I just want to learn everything. But even the repacks definitely caught our eyes. We definitely had conversations definitely over tacos on, hey, we do this, and this, but it was so crazy the way we was talking. We both had the same understanding. It was like, how can we make this affordable and fair? That was the conversation we was having.
And it's a struggle. That's why it never happened.
It never happened.
Yeah. And it's a lot of work to put it together too.
Yeah.
Well, it's an incredible amount of work. And when you start logistically thinking, hey, I have to sell this many to make this number, why don't I just sell the freaking singles? Like literally all I've got to do is say, you want Mickey Mantle? Here's a Mickey Mantle. You want Wayne Gretzky? Here's Wayne Gretzky. Jordan, fill in the blank. Like, I mean, and it in my eyes, just as like someone, you know, or a business perspective, with eBay, I can literally list something and have it sold in 20 minutes or less. Why am I going to make a repack? Why am I going to make a repack?
GameStop has ring packs now. Because I went to GameStop to go pick up our cards for the show. And, you know, I went to go look at the cases and this. And I go, what is Juice? Is this like a repack?
Juice.
I said, oh. Yeah, I think it was called Juice, I think. I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
I guess the big hit is the squirter. You're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's get it.
Let it go.
Hey,
Fire
get a
hydrant.
towel, flip the mattress. Let's go. Oh
Yay!
my
Niagara
god.
Falls.
But it makes sense for a business like that in the sense of like they're buying cheap slabs, right? Because you can scan PSA slabs right now and they'll tell you how much they'll purchase stuff from you. Because the first night it came out, I called them on it. I was like, holy shit. And I was like, if I
Yes, you
didn't have a
did.
show the next, I was like, if I did not have a show the next day, I
You
would
send
sell
it off.
all of these to PSA. The only
Dude, Simon,
problem
do you
with
know about
that-
this?
Yeah, the program after you get them graded, right?
No. Now
No.
you can scan your slab tonight on the
Oh,
PSA
really?
app, and it will tell you how much they will give for it.
Oh,
And it was high.
It was so
You
on
gotta
one
get
of the cards that was literally retailing for $35. They were like, "We will give $45."
Let's go.
I was like, I kind of want to do it, but I know, like, I'm literally packing my bag and pricing stuff to put it in the case. So, like, 6 a.m, my butt's in a car and I'm selling, right? But I was like, if I did not have that option, done. So I've got to the point where I started scanning slabs at the show to see what people had them priced at versus what PSA would pay.
Yeah.
So that's what I still do that with GameStop. Yep. I still do it at GameStop because GameStop has on their app. And I could just scan the code and stuff and go like, okay, let's see how much they want for it and what GameStop want. And then literally I could get the card and I have to do it that day. I can just get the card, go to GameStop and get my money right there.
I'm intrigued by this because PSA is supposed to be opening up a office in Canada later this year, near Toronto, where I live. So then would that hold? Because the thing I don't want to risk if I would do something like that is to get absolutely
getting lost in the mail.
Well, no, just getting murdered on like customs and tariffs, shipping the card from Canada to the US.
Correct.
That is true.
Who knows what the heck is going to happen on that front? Like that seems like it's changing every 2 weeks, right? But if they open the office in Canada, then does that make it safer if I just drop it off or mail it to the PSA office here?
So are they grading in Canada or just like a drop-off thing?
I think they're opening a place where you can get them graded in Canada. Because they opened up one in Tokyo. They opened up an office in Texas, right across in the same complex as SGC. They have like a Jersey office or New York office up there, and their main one's in California. So like they're expanding.
Do they have one in Europe also, or is that somebody else?
I don't think so.
But I know Fanatics is heading out there.
Fanatics,
I don't know if I don't know if PSA is. I mean, that's really that's a really good spot. If they can get one in Europe, because
then they're good.
Then they're good.
Yeah, because like then you skip the whole shipping across to the US and all that stuff.
Well, it seems as if they're really interested in the European market.
They should be. They should be.
As they should. Correct. But so for the Canada thing, I couldn't see them not doing because I know at a point in time you could physically drive your stuff to PSA if you lived in California, because I knew guys that like that was their whole side gig was they were like, okay, do you want to have it submitted tomorrow? Overnight it to me. Here's the picture. Like literally, that was their whole gig. And so, I mean, if we're going to accept it for that, I mean, if you're going to sell it to me, here you go. Y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
It definitely makes sense because I know Burbank does that now. So you go to Burbank.
Correct. That's kind of what I was thinking.
You take it to Burbank. Burbank walks it over to PSA. So that's but back on the repacks is there so many repacks? Now I've said this in the national where Sam was at. So shout out to Sam for recording with us. But I said that the repacks control the market of sports cards. I
I would say
definitely.
supporting the market.
Maybe definitely support, but definitely in the support kind of like it's like a shoe support. Like you don't have to have it, but you notice when it's there. Like when there's repackers at the show, you
Yeah, you
notice
see
when
him.
it's there,
Hmm.
but you don't have to have it at the show. Like that's kind of the way I'm thinking of it.
But
And
even yeah, but go ahead.
I would say even the cards that are impacted the most are the case-hit cards, like the downtowns, the kabooms.
Mm-hmm.
Those are way more impacted and influenced because those are the hits hits
Mm-hmm. Hits.
in the repacks, right? Whereas like if you're looking at like base cards or whatever, like, I don't think it changes those.
Mm. Mm. Not for the base, but like any case hits like that, any kind of like silvers or whatever, anything PSA 10, PS9. Because like I said, I got and that's the reason why I gotta improve my inventory up because every time I post and it's I got 3 or 4 people hit me up and it's all repackers, but but it's like I said, even with the repacks, like I said, I don't see it going anywhere because I felt Repacks been here for like decades.
Forever. But here's the
Yep.
thing: there's not reputable repacks.
No,
If they wanted to have a change in market sentiment, they need to have reliable people. And
more
it's just
reliable
not there.
people.
Bro, 5 on one hand is not having reliable.
More. Well, as I'm saying,
That's
more because
no, we need a plethora. It needs to be half of it's bad, or only 25 of it's bad. 10% of it's bad. But it's not like that.
it's not.
It's
No,
not.
and that's the problem we have because everybody loves the greed and the money that it is bringing to the table. I mean, listen.
Well, in all honesty, money is only a magnifying glass to who you really were before the money was involved.
Mm-hmm.
If you were greedy and a jerk, money is only going to magnify that.
Mm-hmm.
If you were generous and kind, money is only going to magnify that.
And for me, I think
put that on Instagram. Jeez, that shit was deep.
I think the only reputable repacker for me is down in Miami at AA Mint because I've seen him on stream. We was like just looking to see what was going on. Somebody messed up on the repacks and he went through all these repacks just to find this one card. The customer service is there. I mean, it's not really hard to have good customer service for some people, but after seeing that, and I know Aaron and everybody down there too, so I know that they're good people also. But when the customer service and you see people and they go customer first, that's what we need more of. Not just and like I said, at a reasonable price too. Like I'm not paying $200-$300 for a repack. You can that's 10-20 cards for me.
Well, see, here's the only thing with this. I mean, as far as logistically, if you're building a repack that's actually decent at that type of price point, you're not making a box of 100. You're making a box of 10,000. You've got a 1 in 10,000 chance to hit something crazy. And then they put a bunch of mids. You know what I'm saying?
What we think about the digital stuff though?
So that I kind of do like. That's where I do think it's Arena Club. Is it Arena Club or
Arena Club? Arena Club, Courtyard
IO,
Instant Rips.
What was the one that people were doing their featured collections to? I think it was Arena Club. So what I liked about that was you knew everything that was in it. The moment you hit or ripped your pack or whatever, they immediately offered a buyback. I think that's the biggest deal. If you're going to offer something like that, there has to be 1,000% transparency. And then the other thing I believe that I liked with it was if Amani hit the big card, immediately that big card was replaced with another. Which,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to do it, that's really how it should be done.
And also they have different pricing scales also, so you don't have to go.
Oh yeah,
to
you got to have different tiers. I mean,
yeah, it's two tiers. And
mom is not spending $150 on a fucking repack ever.
No,
ever. Now she might spend 20,
25, 50. It was always sold out.
50. I don't know. That's dad buying it.
Was
He didn't tell his wife.
Even the 25, like I said,
rich mom.
Oh, she's getting 200. She's spending. She's 5 packs at it. Oh yeah, Johnny, I got you. Don't worry about it. Have fun with it. Here's my credit card.
I've seen it happen at shows. It's wild. Where like the mom where the mom clearly money is not an issue, and just like they're lugging like boxes and like it's like, yeah.
Well,
that's where I offer my other services other than consignment. I'm really good at washing the dishes, taking the trash out. I noticed left free. Hey yo,
washing. Hey yo. But
when you see these dogs in the front yard, it's going hard.
Bing bong. So we religiously on here. We support women at shows. We support the kids at the shows because the women control the money in the house.
Listen, and that's one of the jumping off of that. That's one of the things I love with women getting into the hobby, because you've got so many of these moms who are coming in and they go, no, I want the Caitlin Clark to 50 gold.
Yes.
And like once she understands the chase and you go, I found a 101 for $2,000. She's going to go, dude, that's a great deal. We have to buy. Once she drinks the Kool-Aid, it's totally a good time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
God, Amani.
Such a good time.
All right. Amani. Oh,
what?
God.
Just say it. What? I didn't do what?
Hey. I'll leave out a famous comedian that got in trouble with that Kool-Aid back in the day because there were some allegations going.
Was it Kool-Aid or something a little thicker? Maybe we're talking about the same comedian, but
well. I mean, I think there was a musician with the baby oil, but that was all alleged, and I think it got dismissed.
He's free, so he's innocent.
Oof, there's wet buttholes everywhere.
Woo! They're regretting that one. But yeah, shout out to also shout out to the little women's conference that was next door to the show. You know what I'm saying?
My God. Okay, hold on. Real quick, Simon. Amani is such a freaking jerk, right? So there's these two guys from out of town, and the show's kind of slow, and they're asking us, hey, what's there to do, yada, yada, right? And then Amani goes, well, you guys are super lucky. There's a women's conference going on right next door.
Right next door.
It is
at the Probst Arena.
There is nothing but elderly women with walkers.
It's not. It wasn't. It was not.
They did have some caretakers.
That's the only.
Yeah. There were some caretakers in there going, all right, come on, Martha. Hold on, your oxygen machine's unplugged. Let's get you back started. So Amani's telling these guys, he goes, oh, there's a ton of babes. There's a ton of babes.
Shout out to Alan. Alan saw it too. You know what I'm saying? Jerry just likes some little.
Yeah, I had to open the door because Grandma couldn't find her key. Okay, so I literally had to.
Oh yeah. Speak of this. This is crazy. Simon, listen to this.
Bro, so I sold all my stuff. So I didn't need to carry my rolly case, right? I had like 5 things left, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm just here to reload, right? So I'm walking through the parking lot, and this poor little crippled old lady is like steadily just digging through this car, right? And I'm like, you doing all right? And the car is parked like halfway out. Like she needs to back it up like 10 more feet or somebody's going to clip her when they come around the corner. She's like, I can't find the keys. And I said, well, you can still, I was like, is it push to start or you got to put it in? She goes, well, it's push to start. And I said, okay, well, back it up, hop out, and I'll help you find these keys. Dog, it's like 15 minutes of trying to find this lady's key. And I'm like, because it was a rental. And so you know how they give you the one key fob and it's stuck on a piece of paper? Oh, bro. And this lady's glasses were like this thick. I mean, God forbid she hits some sunlight, because dude, that's gotta be frying your eyeballs. I mean, you could at least start a fire with it, right? But yeah, Amani's like, what are you doing? I was like, I helped this lady find her keys. But the craziest part with this little old lady, she goes, okay, so you're going to a card show. And I'm like, oh, yes, ma'am, this, that, and the other. And she goes, well, that's kind of like that guy on the internet. And I'm like, I literally go Kevin O'Leary, all these big names. And she goes, no. His dad has a wine business. And I go, Gary V?
Gary V?
This lady.
That's crazy.
100% disabled placard, guaranteed and confirmed, because I helped her park. She had the placard. She's not getting a ticket. But yeah, she literally knew about Gary V. And she goes, I love his message. And he's got those zany cards. And I said, because it's crazy. So for my audio listeners, I have on my V Friends hat currently as we speak. And so at that show, I had on the same hat. And the tinfoil hat.
That's a tinfoil hat.
And so this little old lady's just like, oh my God. And he's got those little things that he drew. And I said, oh, yes, ma'am. I'm a full weirdo. I bought one of the NFTs and da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, oh my God. And it was just crazy. This easy 85. Easy 85. Probably older. But yeah, crazy. But yeah, I 15 plus minutes helping this lady find her keys. Oh,
where'd you park at?
Dude, so I parked, thank God, and thank God for her. We parked in the parking garage that was downstairs. So
okay.
When it started to rain, totally good, because I don't know how she would have made it to a car if there was like any kind of like.
See, I parked over there, Hampton Inn.
She needed a walker and was too proud. Let's just put it like that. And then, so we're going down the ramp, and I'm like, lady, you ought to go slow. And I mean, I'm not trying to boss you around, but they got that handrail, and she's all leaning forward, and she goes, that does feel a little steep. And I'm like, yeah, let's go slow. You've got no rush.
All content's good content.
First off, we weren't on live, so it didn't count.
Oh yeah, no, I had that. I had the thing. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
You had the baby, so it didn't count.
Yeah, that's right.
So I just had to be a nice guy for no audience.
Damn, that would have been good. But yeah, but shout out to the women's conference that was there. Didn't get no content there. Should have just went over there. Probably would have smelled a whole lot better than where I was at. So we definitely preach that.
It depends.
Not that one.
Oh no.
Not that one. You know what I'm saying? So,
was that a shitty joke? My bad.
A little comment. Hold on. Let me just real quick. How did the comedy show go?
So
on stage?
For those who don't know, I did. So I put my name in the fishbowl, and I got up and I got to do a couple little bit of some improv, and I'm going to try to get into that a little bit more regularly.
Ooh, told you, man. Let's go. Watch it on YouTube. Sketch coming soon. So
soon.
Yeah, soon. But like I said, so follow. Yeah, go ahead.
We need Simon. Hold on. Simon's got a plug. It's plug and chug like it's math class right now. Baby.
Yeah, Simon. Tell them where they can follow you at. Tell them everything, what's going on, what you have coming, everything like that.
Yeah, so follow me on Instagram at Simon466cards. Also on YouTube at Simon466cards. Content coming every Wednesday and Sunday. This coming Wednesday, I have a video coming out about why another content creator, a somewhat big name in hobby, made a video that was just like really bad. It was wrong, and I explained why. Yeah.
Just wait, guys and girls. It's
oh
yeah.
Let's take him out to the back. Let's take him out to the back to the woodshed.
Like I actually quite like this person, but the example that he gave for the point he was trying to make was awful. It was just awful. It was so bad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, can't wait for that. So it definitely drops Wednesday and Sunday. Like I said, Follow Simon. Like I said, I cannot say enough words about this guy. But like I said, this is family
like
right here.
actually enjoyable, different takes. If you
Yeah.
are tired of the same rinse, recycle, repeat content of, oh my God, this $12 million. Oh. If you are tired of that, check out Simon. 100%.
Yeah. Make sure you follow him too. Follow, subscribe, everything you gotta do to that. Jerry, what you finding that? What you got?
Bro, we just deals and steals. Always find us on Instagram, Jerry.Petrie. That's got a link to eBay. I list cool stuff every day. Buying every day. Literally, boys and girls, hit me up. Even if we can't work a deal, I might know who we can sell it to. Let me make a little money. You make money. It's a good time.
Also, like I said, Yabo's not here. Follow Yabo Collectibles. Hopefully, big news coming that way. Can't really talk about it, but huge.
He's for everybody who's curious. He is driving back currently from Collecticon, Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City,
and he said it was a madhouse, but he's currently on the road.
Yeah, so follow him always. Also, Saturday Aftermath. I think we're gonna drop this week, and then probably regular schedule. That's the college football show that's gonna drop. Also, we have the NFL show coming in with myself and Polo. The Pocket Collapse. So we're dropping that probably next week.
Fantasy's going to start pumping up here soon, so there's going to be lots of funny clips.
Follow Twitch. We're going to be actually do the fantasy football draft next Wednesday. Is a fantasy football draft, so I'm streaming it live on Twitch. Doing that, so that's gonna be fun. I wonder if I can put all of us. Work on something real quick. That might be actually
Pocket Collapse.
Yeah, we can hit the scenes on that too.
What's up, Simon?
Yeah, Pocket Collapse is a great name. That's a great name.
Yeah, Pocket Collapse. Yeah, it's the NFL show. Appreciate that. Yeah, and so that's gonna be like I said, that's the NFL show right there. So that should start next week. We just gotta kind of just get that hit that ball rolling right there. Like I said, also like I said, we got we're bringing people on, all this other stuff. So also, let me just say that this is Simon's gonna come on a lot more because I want to really promote that YouTube. I want to get him to 1 million followers. So we're gonna definitely work on that, and we can definitely make that happen. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely make that happen. So shout out to all that. But listen, other than that, I think that would be it. And like I said, until and also we got a special episode of the Jerry Petrie show this week also. And next week also we got some pretty
big guests,
big heavy names coming up. But other than that, we are out of here. So wait, you remember what to say, Simon?
Peace. Yeah, bro.